If you want to become an official YouTube partner so you can get paid on your videos and grow your channel, check out TheRealSTG man. Live your dreams today. You gotta start somewhere. You gotta start somewhere. Team STG Road to Duncan episode 2 right here. Before we start seeing how far we've progressed, we gotta have a beginning. We gotta start with some type of test. And this is basically it. As you can see, this mini little windmill dunk, which was horrible, but we gotta see how high we can jump before any training is done. So this is the test that I'm using, which I'm really happy I got an adjustable hoop so I can actually see how far I can jump, because it sucks that I can't touch the rim, right? So it sucks just trying to go for the rim knowing you can't touch something. So it is really cool to see, have a very nice idea of where I'm at and what can possibly happen with the training. So this is all raw footage, Team STG, for the most part, right? This is all before training has been done. I know I said that so many times, but I want to iterate. You got to start from the beginning. So anyways, we are trying to dunk on 8 feet right here with the basketball. That was kind of a fail, but I noticed it was relatively easy. 8 feet just seemed really chill for me. You're going to notice it's not too big of a deal at all. So it is good to feel that I can easily and comfortably dunk on 8 feet. And we're going to obviously move our way up, right? We're going to be moving our way up. Now, obviously, Road to Duncan, we're going to be doing a lot of weight training. We're going to be doing squats, calf raises. You know, we might even be doing some plyometrics up in there. We're going to have to watch our diet. I know you follow me on Instagram, so, you know, maybe in a couple of days when I fully commit to the weightlifting aspect of this, we will have to be watching our diet. You know, not crazy, but, you know, it'll be better. So obviously right here, Team STG, we are moving up to 8.5 feet, trying to see where we at. We are 5'8", for those of you who don't know. I'm 5'8" tall, so that's pretty much that. So yeah, I know a lot of you guys have been asking. I'm 5'8", so you're gonna see we dunk relatively easily on an 8.5 as well. I really didn't have too much problems dunking an 8.5. Now when I put this basketball hoop in my garage, it does go up to 8.5. Now that's very important, because when I dunk, you gotta pay attention to how high I can dunk, the types of dunks I could do on 8.5s, because that's basically the highest it'll go in my garage. That's the highest it'll go in my garage. So this is basically a really indication of what I can do in my own garage. Basically this is what I do in my garage. I obviously shoot around too, but that's basically that. But now, so I knew I could dunk an 8.5 because in my garage I was able to dunk. Yeah, I could do it, but I never knew. This is all new territory, going to 9 feet and above, because in my garage the hoop doesn't go past 8.5. So I'm actually really excited at this point. So now I'm like, all right, 9 feet before I even go dunking, I just want to see if I can touch the rim, because I don't even know if I can touch the rim. So I'm actually kind of excited for this. But you know, I was happy to find out I was easily able to grab the rim too. So that was obviously a good feeling, because I thought I was like a foot away from the rim. So me being able to grab the rim, that means at least I'm guaranteed to be at least 12 inches away from the rim. It makes sense. If I can touch 9 feet, I'm only 12 inches, which is basically a foot away from 10. So I know I'm 12 inches away from rim at this point in time. Now we're going to go for our first dunk, and we do actually miss our first dunk with 9 feet. So I could already tell that 9 feet definitely isn't the easiest thing. It definitely isn't the easiest thing. And you're going to notice I'm having some trouble with 9 feet in terms of dunking a basketball. I'm having some trouble dunking a basketball with 9 feet. And that's actually something, obviously it sucked when it was happening in real time, but it actually is something that I'm excited for. Because I know if I start training, right, if this thing is going well, and I put this hoop outside again, in the same exact spot it is, you can call that a dunk, but I'm not going to call that a dunk. But if I actually am able to dunk a basketball easily, as if I, you know, similar to 8.5 and 8, if I'm just able to, you know, solidly in a fluid motion dunk on a 9-foot rim like this, then I know my vertical has increased. So that's why I did this. I'm really excited to go back to this video after training has been done. And obviously this is going to be really interactive, right? I'm going to be showing you guys the workouts. Why do you think the garage has been made for you guys? So we can show the workouts we're doing, so this can inspire you guys, so you guys can follow along. Now we're trying a soccer ball, which I have full control of, and I actually do dunk it. So I'm not too far from dunking the actual basketball. It's just the grip and, you know, maybe an inch or two in terms of the difference between the soccer ball and the basketball. But it is relatively easy for me to dunk a soccer ball in 9 feet, so I did feel cool about that. But the real test for me was to see if I can, you know, how far I can get in terms of the 9.5, right? That's where it's at. That's when we're getting serious. It's not super serious, but we're getting there. So 9.5, I'm gonna raise this hoop to 9.5 right now. I'm kind of excited because if I could touch 9.5, then I'm guaranteed to be 7 inches. I'm guaranteed to be half a foot away from touching the rim. That's basically that. I'm 6 inches, if you will. 6 inches guaranteed, but I like to boost up to 7. And I was so happy that I was able to touch the rim. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I was getting actually pretty fatigued in terms of getting to the 9-foot area, 9.5. I was getting really tired. My legs were definitely feeling it because I never really jumped like this in a long time. Even maybe since last year, this amount of jumping as high as I could for a certain amount of time, right? So obviously I was feeling it. Maybe if I went fresh, I'd be able to jump a little bit higher. But just the satisfaction of me being able to touch the rim at a 9.5 level made me really happy because I know I'm around 6 to 7 inches away from touching the rim, guaranteed. It's guaranteed to be that. And obviously that's not as bad as 12, which I was afraid of. So we know we're about 6 to 7 inches away from touching the rim, and I know this is me trying to dunk with a soccer ball. Obviously not going to happen, and obviously if you noticed, I was actually getting short away from touching the rim. But nonetheless, Team STG, this series, the road to dunking, it's not going to happen overnight. It's definitely a commitment. It's going to take months, maybe even a year or longer to actually attain this goal. You're going to notice I'm going for the 10-foot rim right here. This is obviously 10 feet, and obviously I am definitely as fatigued. But we do know, guaranteed, we're on 6 to 7 inches away from touching the rim. And I know a lot of you guys might think, yo, touching the rim's not even a big deal. It's nothing. Who cares? Everybody can touch the rim. You can touch the rim. But to me, touching the rim is something I've always wanted to do because I was so far from dunking. So if I could touch the rim, I would be so happy. And obviously, that's a big-time goal for me. But let's get to the smaller goals. Let's get to the short-term goals. Short-term goals. I can't dunk on a 9-foot rim with a basketball easily. Let's get to that. If we could do that, then we know we made some moves. We know we made some gains. But hope you guys enjoyed this video, Team STG. I'll probably start getting some nice workouts for you guys. My first leg workout in episode 3. Thumbs up if you guys enjoyed. Let's hit 3-4K likes in this video, man. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.